Hello and welcome back to another episode of Hidden Video Game Details, the series that aims to show you things that you may not have known about your favourite games so that you can look really clever in front of your friends. In today's episode, we make some new friends in Left 4 Dead 2, we find a very helpful sign in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and we're a little too quick on the draw in Call of Juarez Bound in Blood. As always, if you think you know of a detail that I'm yet to cover, then the best places to let me know are in the comments section or on my social media accounts. The links, as always, are in the description. Oh, and the best way to support this channel is by leaving a like. Not only does it apparently boost the video in the ever-confusing YouTube algorithm, but it also never fails to make me smile. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. So up first is a real blast from the past. Call of Juarez Bound in Blood puts you in the shoes of either Ray or Thomas McCall, a pair of brothers who abandoned their posts in the American Civil War to save their family home. Releasing all the way back in 2009, Bound in Blood released to positive reviews. It's actually the highest rated entry in the franchise, just ahead of the excellent Call of Juarez Gunslinger, which released in 2013. Now, a big part of any Western game is the ability to duel, and of course you can do that in Bound in Blood. Careful though, if you draw for your weapon a little too quickly, your character will let you know. So your character will wag his finger to let you know that now is not the time. I hate to say it, but this isn't the first time I've been told for trying to shoot my shot too quickly. Anyway, next up is another detail from the video game version of Meth, House Flipper. Oh, and just to correct myself from a couple of videos back, you guys were 100% right. The face that this mask is making is a reference to this legendary scene from Scary Movie.
Yo. What's up?
So the house flipper detail for today's video can be found at the bottom of a toilet. When installing any of the compact toilets, there is a chance that this may happen. So on rare occasions, a red-eyed rat can be seen in the toilet. I don't know about you, but this has definitely made me more cautious when I go for a number 2. Up next is the excellent Left 4 Dead 2. Now, at the beginning of the game, Nick, Ellis, Rochelle and Coach find themselves abandoned on the roof of a hotel. Having just met, the gang quickly come up with a plan to make their way off the roof. Now, a zombie apocalypse is hardly the time to try and make new friends, so the gang avoid the usual pleasantries and make their way into the hotel. The fact that they don't know each other can actually be seen whenever you call out to one of your newfound friends and you rather awkwardly don't know their name.
Hey, Sue.
Okay, we ready?
Excuse me, sweetie. Young.
However, during a bit of downtime, the gang do take the time to swap names with each other, and the next time you talk to one of the survivors, your character will now call them by their name.
Everybody ready?
Nick. Nick. Nicholas. Rochelle. Rochelle. Ro. Alice.
What's up?
This is a really cool way to tell a story without the need to bash you over the head with it. Oh, and something else I recently noticed while playing Left 4 Dead 2 is the campfires. Here, take a look at what's being burned in a post-apocalyptic world. So people have resorted to burning cash as it now has no use, and I doubt that zombies are open to taking a cash bribe. Fun fact, burning money isn't that great at keeping you warm as it burns so fast, so unless you have mountains of cash, like Pablo Escobar famously did, then you're best off using books or something else. Up next is a very small detail from Call of Duty World at War that I find incredibly satisfying. When using the double-barreled shotgun, if you fire both shells, your character will of course reload 2 fresh shells. However, if you only fire 1 shell, your character will instead do this. So your character will place their thumb over the one good shell before ejecting the spent shell and replacing it with a new one. It's a really nice touch. So in episode 46 of this series, we discovered that in UFC 4, if you lock in a triangle choke as Nate Diaz, he will perform his signature flip off and flex pose from his fight with Kurt Pellegrino in 2008. Well, today's unique animation from UFC 4 isn't quite as badass. When you rock Brock Lesnar, there is a chance that he may do this.
Oh, big left! Wow! What a fantastic strike!
So this sort of stumble and roll is a reference to Brock's 2010 fight with Cain Velasquez, where he took a similar tumble. Oh, and a lot of you commented and said that UFC 4 was a disappointment, so I looked up what the quote-unquote best UFC game was and ordered it. UFC Undisputed 3 should be here next week. Up next are a couple more small details found in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Now, I've always been a bad keyboard and mouse player. Not as bad as I am on mobile, but it's close. Saying that, over the last couple of weeks I've found myself playing more and more CSGO, and I don't want to speak too soon, but I think I'm actually improving. Anyway, the first detail from CSGO can be found on the Overpass map, and like so many other details in this series, offers no benefit whatsoever. So shooting this particular cash machine will cause money to fly out of the machine before quickly disappearing. The other detail can be found on the agency map, and if you were confused about what you should be doing in CSGO, then this helpful sign will give you some pointers. So let's end today's video with GTA 5, and one of the smallest but most impressive details I've covered in the Rockstar Classic. If you shoot the window of a car door and then close the door, this will happen. So the rest of the shattered glass will fall from the door thanks to the impact of the door closing. I mean, this level of detail is ultimately unnecessary. Who's going to miss this if it wasn't there? But the fact that Rockstar constantly goes the extra mile is a testament to just how good they are. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, then leaving a like is really appreciated. Remember, if you are a fan of Easter eggs, secrets, and tiny details in games, then perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel's all about. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.